My name is Carson. Welcome to Thrifty Garage, a channel where we do everyday repairs, how-tos, and reviews. And in today's video, we've got an unboxing. So you can see here, this massive box that doesn't even fit on the workbench. We've got a delivery from Amazon. Inside here, we've got some LED lighting, so let's crack it open, take a look at it, and we'll do a quick review on it. I've got some lights in the garage that there's a few features I dislike. I also helped Toyota Fixation install lights in his garage. So a few different LED lights that I've installed in the past to compare these two. So we'll take a deeper look. So this is a massive box for what we've got here. Inside we've got another box. And we've got a meager attempt to prevent it from bouncing around. So not sure why they sent it in such a large box, but they did. Okay, let's bring it in here for a closer look. This is an LED shop light without sensor. And here's our specifications. 50 watts, 120 volts AC, and we've got the 4000 Kelvin. I prefer the 4 and 5000 Kelvins for my lighting. A little bit more clean blue, wider if you will. 3000 is a little bit on the yellow side. Here's a barcode for anybody that's interested. So I'm a little bit worried about this. When I picked up that large box, this was bouncing around in there. This is a really small box for that large box. Fortunately, that large box was not damaged. But I can only imagine that a light bouncing around inside of a box is probably not the most healthy thing for it. This individual box is packaged well. We got staples every 4 inches or so. Nothing inside the box besides the light. You have an installation guide right here. It is in a plastic bag. Pretty simple installation guide. Safety information, pre-install information. And we've also got this hardware kit. We've got some nice little protectors on here. We'll keep those on until we are done with installation. We got these little hand-threaded nuts. It is definitely a sleek design. Kind of looks like we've got 2 tubes in here, kind of mimicking the traditional 4-foot lights. You know, I'm not sure why manufacturers have to stick to the old ways. You know, the old fluorescent tubes were built in these 4-foot fixtures for that reason. And now that we've got LED lights, we've got much more flexibility, but yet we've stuck to these same ways of doing thit's So it's a little bit interesting to me. But I think humans, we in nature want that consistency and uniformity, and so it's probably a large portion at fault of consumers, because probably wouldn't buy a fixture that's out of this world and different. So here we've got our wires, we've got a ground, we've got our hot and our neutral, and it looks like those just go right out through this hole right here we can pop out, as well as we've got a place for these screws to screw into a box. So I'll be using this to replace this light fixture up here on the ceiling. So we've got this rental unit. We've got these fixtures that I can remove this one and install this new light right here. As you can see, we've got this wired in already. We've just got a socket extender in here, and we've got these cords around. This one I've got zip tied up. That one I ended up relocating to here, so I haven't zip tied it up yet. But it's just not working very well for me. We've got cords dangling everywhere. So we put a new flush mount in here. I can screw it right to the ceiling. That'll hold itself up, and I can use it for my YouTube videos. When we move out of here, I can easily switch these two back out, and it's nobody will know the difference. Same with these lights. That's why I went with the plugs, is because I wanted to be able to just plug it in, put it up temporarily, and then remove them and put these fixtures back together when I'm done. If we pan left, you'll see we've still got a normal bulb left in top here, and the reason for that is because these lights are not instant on, unfortunately. So when I turn on the light switch, they take about 2 seconds to turn on, and in that time I found myself walking out to the garage in complete darkness and kind of blindly walking in. So having that traditional bulb left in there made a huge difference in getting some light on before all the lights came on. We'll go ahead and show you that real quick. I'm going to turn the light on. You can see we got quite a bit of a delay there on these lights. So that's one thing I'm hoping to resolve with this new light that we're going to install right here, is hopefully this one's an instant on and we don't have that same issue. And this one right above us is actually a manually turn on. wood screw. This house is a joke. Nothing is installed correctly. No wire nut on the ground. It's just wrapped around there. What the crap. Popped out this little tab. Okay, whenever I do these lighting videos, people always complain. So I'm gonna get up close here and show you. So, just popped out this center hole. Now I'm gonna run my wires through the center hole. My ground wire through the center hole. So I can drill a hole in the sheetrock and use this and this screw into here in order to hold it in the sheetrock. And I can use this metal screw to go into the box. And I can use this wire nut that was provided to connect the wires. These orange ones they gave me are a little bit too small. I don't know if I can be an electrician. My arms are killing me. Okay, should we flip the power on? It is instant on, but it is a different color. Let's see this one behind it. A little bit brighter white. Definitely better than the traditional garage light. We've got a couple issues with this light. This light is 100% dependent on the way your box is set up. So this box, the way the screw holes are, it will only allow me to go on a 45-degree angle. I can rotate it there, they've got a place to rotate. So the holes in your box need to be lined up with the light, or close to. There is quite a bit of adjustment within that direction. But the holes in my light are basically at a 45-degree angle to the walls in this room, so I've got to run it this way. I can't do a full turn to be parallel with either wall, which kind of sucks. I'm sure I can modify it. I'm sure I could use self-tapping screws, self-tapping drywall screws and mount it however I wanted. I'm actually not going to mount, so it gave me screws for each end to kind of hold the ends up. Because we're temporary here, I'm just going to mount it in the middle, hold it firm. It's a light enough light that I'm not worried about it pulling out of the ceiling. But I would be concerned if I'm doing multiple of these lights. This garage had 2 light fixtures in it. If I were to replace both of those, if those stock boxes were not installed in the same manner, the same fashion, the same direction, it's going to look weird. And in fact, this garage, the 45-degree angle wouldn't look too bad if we had 2 light fixtures in here, as long as they were both on the same 45-degree angle, kind of lighting the corner of the garage. But if they ended up both being the same direction, it might look kind of weird. But I only have 2 outlet locations for these light fixtures, which is why I got these plug-in ones. Some of these plug-in ones actually will have, they're linkable, so you'll have a plug on one end, and you're able to just link them one to the other, and you can mount 4 lights together, connect them off one outlet. So that's one good option for a temporary garage fix like this. I hate having the cords, so I was glad to see this one that is a direct hardwire. And in fact, this does have a pop out, so you can pop out these ends and continue more lights next to it. But the trajectory, like I said, is just off. I love the instant on. Instant on is great. They're a little bit lower Kelvin than I'd like, so I'd probably go for the 5,000 Kelvin. And light output's a little bit, I swear it's not as bright as the other ones. I will say though, it's a softer light. So I'm looking across the garage here, it's a very harsh, shadowy light. And whatever diffusers, deflectors they've got on here actually is a very smooth light as it kind of transmits through the garage. It is much softer, so if you're only going to have a couple lights and not be... My garage is very well lit up for the YouTube videos, but if you were just going to be a few lights just to get things going, it'd probably be a softer light on the eyes. Couple issues, couple things to overcome. It is hardwire, so you got to choose if you want hardwire or plug-in. You got to choose if you want linkable or not linkable. These Hypercons are not very well linkable, but they are easily removed. They just 2 screws right in the stud. They've got these clips, they pop right off. And you got a switch on them. But these ones, they're hardwired in. So I'll have to link this one, plug this one back in, switch that one around, plug it in over there. But I am excited to have this instant on because now I can get rid of that stupid 3000 Kelvin light bulb. Thanks for watching this review video on this 4-foot LED shop light. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was informative. If you did like the video, give us a big thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. And thanks for watching Thrifty Garage. We'll see you on the next one. So if those screws in that box are mounted wrong, basically the screws in your box have to be mounted opposite of the direction of your light. So if your light's going this way, this light's going this way, so your box, nope, I'm wrong.